Gosh, I wish we were doing Corona Roki tonight. Man, I miss Corona Roki. Don't you? Hello, my name is Jenna. This is 11:11 with Jenna. I'm here 7 days, 7 nights, 14 times a week. And it is Thursday. That's why I just feel in my bone. I got Corona Roki in my bones. It is Thursday, August 4th, 2022. And I'm here and somebody's here. Let me see. Oh, no, other way around, down, low. William D. Lindemann, Patty Loman, Julie Luce. Don't you just miss Corona Roki? Everybody's gigging. Thank you, Patty. Thank you. I don't know. I'm not in the practice of the public at this moment. Change. Hello, Michael Keel. Oh, Julie Luce, thank you. Greg Verdict is here. Thank you. Yay! Grace and I saw a beautiful concert today. You did see a little bit of Helen playing yellow piano. It was beautiful. I know. Corona Roki. Hey, Carl, do you think the Rain would ever want to play on 11:11 with Jenna? I would love that. I think that would be super awesome. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'd work on it for days with Dave. Hello, William. William already has Mondo Memory up for tomorrow. Tomorrow night, display and share. My ASMR. It's not a skirt. You know, I love skirts. I like t-shirts too. I seem to be getting some t-shirts these days, but this is I know it's a t-shirt because I was told. But I don't know what the t-shirt is. So tomorrow night on display and share, I think Patty's going to be there. Patty Loman, aka Pat. Sorry, my mom today, Grace goes, I don't think Patty likes to be called Pat. And I go, of course she doesn't. We were just having fun. I don't think. Yeah, thank you, Julie Luce. Like, love, care, laugh. Wow! Let's do that one more time. Like, love, care, laugh. Wow! Can you all do that? Right at the bottom where the like. Yes! Yes! Carl, yes! Please! Please, baby, please. That'd be so cool to have the Rain here on 11:11 with Jenna. Yeah. Like, love, care, laughter. Wow! So there's 8 of you here. And I'm so happy that you're here. And there's 9. I share. Maybe I did share. Okay, this weekend, kind of a fun thing happening here. Since I'm not in California, Claudia. Since I'm not in California, Chalk the Block. Chalk the Block is happening in St. Joseph, Michigan. Incredible artists. Oh my goodness. It usually rains though. I think they should change. It just like the last 20 years in a row, not really. She's exaggerating again. The last handful of years when I have been here and they've done Chalk the Block, it rains. The rain happens. And it washes all this incredible art away, which it does anyway. But if you're in town, come on. Patty Loman, come to Chalk the Block. Patty, come to Chalk the Block. Peach Fest. Are you playing at the Peach Fest? I've performed at the Peach Fest. That's fun. in Coloma. Did you know my grandparents lived in Coloma, singing in excitement? Oh, I know. ASMR. You know, ASMR videos make me dizzy. Where the woman's got these really long nails and she opens something and then opens something else. Hello, Tammy. When are you going to be on the show, Tammy? Tammy Patark. It's Thursday. This is sort of community night. Greg was maybe coming on. Patty might come on. Julie might come on. Yeah. Patty's grandparents and my grandparents had to be friends. It's just, it's already, it's in our DNA. So, Tammy, remember what you sold me? That toner has alcohol in it. Is that a good thing? Yeah. Well, you could. You know the toner that you said you used it? I've only used it a couple of times, but it's got alcohol in it, so I'm curious. So that would be Tammy. See, that's the show we need to have. Because I'm really into, I have my hyaluronic acid and my serums and all my stuff right here. We need to talk skin. I've done it a few times. I've done facials and stuff on the show. I have my boomsticks here and honey right here. But how often do you use that toner? Do you remember the one? You know what I'm talking about? Do you remember? Do you remember? Yes, we do. What? What do we do? Do I do? Oh, Corona Roki. So, anybody jumping on tonight? It is, I know. It did rain. It might rain tonight still. The humidity is like, what is the humidity level? Whatever you say. 88% humidity right now. What is the air quality? Oh, it's moderate. It's 55. Air quality is acceptable. However, pollution in this range may pose a moderate health concern for a very small number of individuals. People who are unusually sensitive to ozone. What's the ozone? May experience respiratory symptoms. Hey, check it out now, Funk Soul Sisters and Brothers. Go, Dave. I love skincare. I'm like skincare freak. But I use oil. Right now. I was a little late. It's 10. So, anybody coming on the show tonight? Because if you're not, I could go do some work and it would be a lot more fun not to do some work. Ooh, there it is again. Yay! Woo. Last night, though, Claudia, I'm just... Rob Morocco, I miss you guys. I was just saying how much I miss Corona Roki. It just felt, I could feel it in my bones that tonight was a Corona Roki night. Well, we need to do at least one Corona Roki. Yeah, 90 degrees, 28%. 28? Did I say 88? Yeah, like, love, heart, laughter, care. Can we all try that? Oh, check it out again. This is my non-bobble bobblehead. I just make her whole body move. We're losing them. We're losing them. If anyone's coming on tonight, get on here now because we're losing them quick. Quick, quick, quick. Mm-mm-mm. Can you tell that I had a little piece of chocolate? I did. I had a little brick of chocolate. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, it's a little drying, right? Which essences are we talking about? 70, 85. Yeah, it's like, wow. Wow, ladies and gentlemen. Greg V has entered the room. Hi there.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing quite well.
Wow, your shirt matches that the color in the room.
Yeah. Yeah, the person who used to live here for many, many years was actually an artist known in the local area. And so he painted the walls. I got one purple wall, one, as you can see, orange wall. And then behind me is it's a piece of glass art, actually 3 pieces plus this room divider here. And the what's got the lights behind it is basically they took molten glass and they poured it out onto a flat surface that was wet, and it tempered, and that's the coloration of it. You can't quite see it from that distance, but
So are there lights that you turn on and off to
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I
What
got some little
happens when the
bitty.
lights when the bulbs burn out?
They're little LED bulbs, and so they have a very, very long life to them. They're really, really small. They're almost like the size of like a firefly.
And there's 3 of those. I see the 2.
Yeah, there's another one that you can't see back over there in the corner.
Cool.
Yeah.
And what's this over here to your like where your right hand is right behind it?
Right there?
Nope. Over. Nope. To your left.
My,
Straight to the left of that thing.
my
Turn
left.
around. Turn around. That right to the left. 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 No, the other way. Where your
Over
right hand
here?
is now back. Now back.
Oh, right there.
Yeah.
That is a piece of furniture that I bought at Goodwill in Austin, Texas, and I brought it with me. I used to live in a 28-foot Airstream, right? The last 2 years, year and a half that I was there in Austin, and I found that piece, and somebody painted it green
What
and
is
then
it though?
put
I'm trying to figure it out.
it's. I use it basically as a worktop in the kitchen because I don't have a lot of kitchen space.
Okay.
If you want, I can pull up my screen and walk over there.
What kind of? I'm curious. Oh yeah, and then can you walk over by those lighted windows?
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
I'm gonna make you all a little dizzy, so bear with me as I move around.
Those are cool.
So, and turn the light on.
I see. Okay. Oh, very cool.
They painted flowers on the front,
Oh,
and
those
that's
are
where I keep my
beautiful.
plate, and then that's my worktop.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's the glass divider. Don't look at the recycle that needs to go out.
Okay, so
And then,
these are actual. Is that the outside then behind there?
yeah, so that's the tempered glass there. You can kind of see it's got a flowed edge on it. It's not cut.
Uh huh.
Those are the lights. You can get them on Amazon for $15, and they're about they're about
Were
eight
those
feet
lights
long.
there when you moved in, or did you?
No, I put these in.
Oh, so the glass was there, but you added the light.
Right, right.
Check it out. So last week you were in the dark, and now you're showing us all this groovy lighting that you did.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So in my trailer, I had these basically strung all through the trailer in certain areas, and that was pretty much my light. And then I had some little bitty disc lights. So
Oh, that's
my
really
little
cool.
room, a little abode.
Well, it's larger than. Hey, Mama Grace, I was wondering where you were. That's larger. I mean, living in an airstream is super groovy, though.
Oh, I loved
Were you
it.
on friends' property, your own property, in
No,
the
it was
park?
it was an Airbnb before COVID, and then COVID hit, and the gentleman, he shut it down, and then I guess about halfway through, or well, probably 9 months, or what to say, 6 months into it, right? He decided to put it back on, but actually rent it out. And so I moved in. I was there for like 2 weeks, and I go, I'll either sign a lease or I won't. But I said I probably won't leave here for a while, and that's where I live. And so it was on
Fun.
about an acre and a half in South Austin, in this very large, real small neighborhood, but really large lot. And so it was real quiet. And then there's all these developed, housing communities all around
You
it.
got a little quieter. Your mic is
It fell. How's that?
okay, much better. I
Okay.
have some friends that live in South Austin, and I know what you mean about the large. Um, hello.
Track home development
Uh huh.
neighborhoods. Yeah. Yeah. Lots of those. But as you get, there's pockets in South Austin where, especially close to 35, where there's these neighborhoods that they have, those people are not going to sell those homes, and they're maintaining them. So keep
Do you miss
Austin
it?
weird.
Do you miss Austin?
Um, Not really.
No.
I mean, there's, don't get me wrong. I miss certain people. I miss my HEB grocery store. Um, I'm not missing the 100+ degree weather that they've had for the last 2.5, 3 months. Um, I'm cool with it. I mean, I've lived there long enough. I know what it's all about, and I'll acclimate. Typically in about 3 weeks. Um, I mean, there's some activities that I did there that, some of them have gone away, and, some of them I'm reestablishing. And I mean, it's, for me, I feel like I'm, 25 years old, and I'm 55, and, living in a completely different place.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That's cool. Do you have plans for the weekend?
Let's see. This weekend, I am going to get my hair cut. I will probably go to the beach and spend a couple hours. I've got some homework to do for my life coach stuff. I typically on Sunday, because I'm getting my hair cut, I'm going to go over early on Saturday and meet with some folks. I typically do. And then I'll probably, after I get my hair cut, I'll probably go for a hike. That's one of the things that I've really enjoyed here, is being able to, I drive 10 minutes from my house, and I'm climbing a mountain, 1,000 feet. So, and then who knows? I may just go Saturday night while I'm down there. Typically, whenever I go over to Santa Cruz, I'll spend 3/4 of a day to a full day, and so I'll probably go downtown and wander around, have dinner.
So, uh, not this is a totally um, This is a compliment. But
Okay.
someone asked me if you read poetry because they liked your voice and it was a very soothing. Like Carl Hess, who's on here, is or is not still, is the reason we started Poetry Glam because we love his voice so much and he read poetry. So I'm just curious if that would ever interest you.
Sure.
Okay. Do you have any poetry around you right now?
You know, remember well, I won't go into that one. You
Yeah,
know,
we
one
don't,
of my books.
we don't want to hear about that.
I do have a book. Hold on, just give me like 2 seconds. Let me see if I find it. If not, I'll give it up.
How's everybody doing out there? All good? Yes, yes. If you feel like supporting the show, it's really easy. If you love it, share the show. If you love it, love, like, care, laugh. Oh, or a generous gift is much appreciated. Venmo at Jenna-Mammina, paypal.me/Jenna Sings, or patreon.com/Jenna Mammina. And yes, I have Zelle, and I have a P.O. Box 197, St. Joseph, Michigan 49085. That's P.O. Box 197, St. Joseph, Michigan 49085. Tomorrow night, Patty, are you going to be on tomorrow night with your Harley gear? Oh, well, it's Zoom. It's the lighting. It's all, But I did use it a couple times and I was like, it smells like alcohol. So I thought maybe if I do it maybe once a week. Because I know it has salicylic acid in it and I didn't know. Michael Bartoloni, Michael Bartoloni, Michael. But I do a lot of facial oil and hyaluronic serum and this crazy serum that I look at packaging. Just too much. Because really, this is something we could talk about. See, it's right. It's just this one little tube inside here, but they have all this other packaging on here. And then you go, what do you do with this cool container?
Mm-hmm.
Plus, you can't put it in the airplane because it's too much. What's the book?
It is. It's 100 poems, and it's the title is it has some meaning behind it. But it's 100 poems to break your heart, and it's a collection of
100 poems
poems.
to break your heart.
Break your heart. Yeah.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah. What's that?
Olive oil, coconut oil.
Oh.
Oh, your dog's sitting. Oh, Julie, you're gonna have to come on the show. Can you read us a heartbreaking poem?
Oh yeah. And this was given to me by a friend in Texas.
By an ex? Was it given to you by your?
Yeah.
I'm kidding. That's bad.
It's okay. It's all good.
Was it given to you by an ex?
Yes, it was.
After she broke up with you?
After we decided we needed to go separate ways.
And then she gave you a book of broken poems?
Yes. We're
Dude,
still
that's
friends.
cold-blooded.
No, it's all good. It is, I promise. And like I said, we're still friends. It's probably been
You read
3 or 4 months since I talked.
Poetry to her?
No, she was a teacher at a private school in San Antonio.
Oh wow!
And she reads a lot, and she gave me a couple of books, and this is one of them.
What was the other one? I'm sorry.
The Right-Hearted Snail.
I was gonna say
a children's book. What?
No.
Blushing.
Patty said ruthless. That's ruthless.
I
So
swear I'm a nice.
here's a heartbreaking poem because none of us have heartbreak in our life. So please.
Okay, well maybe it'll remind you of a heartbreak.
Great.
So let's give this a shot. Title is called Kindness, and it says, before you know what kindness really is, you must lose things. Feel the future dissolve in a moment, like salt in a weakened broth. What you held in your hand, what you counted and carefully saved, all of this must go so you know how desolate the landscape can be between the regions of kindness. How you ride and ride thinking the bus will never stop, the passengers eating maize and chicken will stare out the windows forever. Before you learn the tender gravity of kindness, you must travel where the Indian in a white poncho lies dead on the side of the road. You must see how this could be you, how he too was someone who journeyed through the night with plans and the simple breath that kept him alive. Before you know kindness as the deepest thing inside, you must know sorrow as the other deepest thing. You must wake up with sorrow. You must speak to it till your voice catches the thread of all sorrows, until you see the size of the cloth. Then, then it is only kindness that makes sense anymore. Only kindness that ties your shoes and sends you out into the day to gaze at bread. Only kindness that raises its head from the crowd of the world to say, it is you, hold on a second, it is I you have been looking for, and then goes with you everywhere like a shadow or a friend.
Ah, ah, that's really sweet.
Written by Naomi Shiab Nye in 1978.
I appreciate you taking the time to or being spontaneous with me just now. Thank you.
My pleasure.
So we do we have had poetry glam. Well, I thought you were leaving. Oh, what did you say? Oh, because his voice, your voice is so soothing, and Patty goes, "Night." I get it. Yeah, really great poetry. Weakened broth. I'm like, and then something about losing. I'm like, dude, I lose stuff all the time, and sometimes I make weakened broth. So I'm all about that poem. So, do you find yourself picking that book up and reading it often? Why are you getting
Every
your
once
haircut, by the way? Do you guys think he needs a haircut? Come closer because we can't see you so well. You don't need a haircut.
I'm getting it trimmed on the length of just a tad, just to even it up, and then I get the sides taken down so that it doesn't. Basically, what it ends up happening is this grows out, and I kind of have a triangular shaped head. So she's just going to take a little bit of this, and then the picture of me with in the sunflowers.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So I'm going back to that length.
Ah, I see. Okay.
So
So today I figured out how I can share it to a page. Now I'm going to share it to my friend. So I'm going to put this on your timeline, and then if you could please share it to your friends as well, because sometimes you don't show up in my. Yep, you didn't show up. So if you could share the show after
yeah,
the show tonight, that would be cool. Sometimes it just doesn't let me share it to, or just it can't find you.
yeah,
Right?
my settings. It may be my settings.
Oh, there you are. Poetry with Greg. Yay! Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Does anybody have any questions for Greg now that we've had him bare his soul and tell us about his poetry and his heartbreak? And there might be a question. Thank you for sharing the show, you guys. Someone's sharing the show. I know Patty is, and I know William does, and then the others do. What are you drinking?
It is a brand of sparkling water called Polar.
Polar.
Yeah, and they make a lot of different, typical flavors, but this one's called Ginger Lime Mule.
Yum.
So it's kind of a light, doesn't have any sugar in it, but it kind of has the taste of like ginger beer, but with the ginger in it, but it's not as heavy. It doesn't have any of the sugar, and then it has a pretty decent ratio of lime to ginger.
So Carl, who has some of the coolest hair in the business, night, Tammy. I'm sorry, I missed her. Agrees with me that we don't think you should get your hair cut.
I promise this length will not change.
Oh, you just do the sides.
Yeah.
Like me, I just do the sides.
Yeah.
So then, can you make it? Do you do stuff? Do you ever have it? Does it all stick up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have some pictures whenever it was really long. Like, imagine my hair being about this long.
Okay.
And I look like Albert Einstein. I mean, my hair, if I don't do anything with it and just dry it and let it do its thing, it has a lot of body to it and a mind of its own.
Fun. So, you're a cool person.
Thank you. So are y'all.
Thank
you. And your
well, you're part of the
following
community now.
I appreciate that.
I'm waiting for someone to give him one question that I haven't quite. What kind of, do you eat cookies?
Yes, I do.
What kind of cookies do you like?
I like raisin oatmeal.
Ah.
Those are probably my favorite, especially fresh. Chocolate chip is it's okay. I do like pecans or walnuts, white chocolate.
White chocolate walnut?
Well, walnuts with white chocolate pieces in a cookie.
Do you bake cookies?
No, not. I mean, I can cook.
Are you?
Not just. I think I am. Yeah.
What do you like to cook?
I mean, I have my staples. That I'll grill: chicken, fish. Beef. I grill vegetables. So, I grill sweet potatoes, asparagus, peppers, Brussels sprouts. We're talking about what was it? There was something that y'all were talking about grilling a couple of days ago, and I was like, yeah, I probably would boil it, oil it, and grill it.
And so I know you get lunch catered at work. So what was today's lunch?
Today's lunch was that was the first. It came from Chick-fil-A, and I had their chicken wrap. Because I wasn't in the mood for a grilled chicken sandwich, and I was definitely not in the mood for a fried chicken sandwich. Which, like I said, it was kind of odd. I was like, really?
I didn't know they had Chick-fil-A in the Bay Area.
I didn't either.
Seriously?
For many different reasons.
I'm surprised. Milanos. Do you like Milano cookies? Patty wants to know. That's a Pepperidge Farm cookie, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I do like those. Yeah. But I don't.
Are you a mint guy?
Mint?
Mint, like, do you like mint chocolate? I don't get the mint chocolate vibe.
No.
I don't understand why people do that.
I don't either. It's like having, I do like certain like Altoids every once in a while. It's like I'll be in a mood, right?
Seriously
Kind of
strong.
comes and goes. But like peppermint, mm, you know, candy drops or something like that, I'm like, no thanks. Not a big, not a big processed sugar person, shall we say, at least in that form.
Cereal?
I ate way too much cereal as a child, and probably about 9 years old, or probably 10 years old, I was like, I'm done eating. I'm done eating cereal. I'll make my own breakfast if I want.
Really? So since
Yeah.
then, no cereal, no sugar pops or honey
Oh no,
smacks or anything.
not at all. Doesn't even. If I for whatever reason decide to do a cereal, one, it won't be in my house, and two, it'll be one of those natural cereals with dried fruits in it and stuff like that. Something that's,
Okay, what about peanut butter?
oh yeah, peanut butter and jelly.
What kind of peanut butter?
Um, if I'm just in a mood, I'll get organic peanut butter from like Whole Foods. You know, buy one of the really nice ones.
Crunchy, creamy?
Um, I'll do a little bit of a crunchy one, but like the main name brand crunches, I don't like those because there's just too many chunks of peanuts in them for me. You know,
And what about Nutella?
I've never done Nutella.
Did we
I've
ask you
never.
that already?
Mm-mm,
Okay. We
no.
usually this is how we vet the newbies. We ask them.
Oh, okay. How's my score right now?
Well,
Borderline.
it probably would be better if you had tried it and you didn't like it, but Rob Morocco wouldn't like that. So Patty would.
Yeah. Okay.
Patty would be.
Let me think. So you were talking about cooking. Um, I like to make gumbo, and
Uh-oh.
yeah.
Do you think you could ever make gumbo on the show?
Uh, yeah, I could.
So here's an idea. The next
Okay.
time we do a fundraiser, when I do a fundraiser, it starts at 11:11 a.m. and it goes through the 11:11 p.m. hour.
Okay.
So you could start the gumbo at a
Hmm.
certain time, say you get home from work and whatever, and then you could check in over the next 3 hours because you got to do the roux. That takes a while.
Hmm. Hmm.
Then you got to get everything, and you could do it over like a 4 hour period.
Oh.
Because
Oh
doesn't it
yeah.
take about 4 hours for you to make gumbo?
Um.
Longer?
No, I mean it takes me about 20. Well, with the stuff that I use now as the base, the roux, takes me about 25 to 30 minutes
To
to make
make a roux,
that.
you do it in 10, 20 minutes?
Yeah. What? I do
Really?
from scratch. I used olive oil, and I can't remember. I'll have to look it up again. But it's a starchy root from South America that I found a few years ago whenever I was going to make a gluten-free vegan gumbo, and I make really good, omnivore gumbo. This gumbo probably better than my regular gumbo.
Really?
Yeah, and like I said, I make really good gumbo.
Well, you grew up in Louisiana.
Seafood gumbo, duck gumbo, and now I make vegan gumbo.
Hi, Stacy. So we're coast to coast right now. Stacy's in Washington, D.C., and you're in California, and we're everywhere in
Oh,
between, and Canada. Thank
wow.
you, thank you, thank you. Well, I don't want to keep you too long. I have lots of other questions, and let's just talk about that orange thing last night. Why did that happen?
So, before the show, was your computer on or off?
It's always on.
It's always on. Does it happen in the mornings or the evenings or?
It's happened both times through the years.
Okay. Is the camera integrated into your computer?
Separate.
Like it's separate. Okay. Um, does are you off of a laptop or
Laptop.
okay? Does your laptop have an integrated camera?
Yes.
So what I think is that the camera in your plug-in camera is probably it's either heat
Makes
or it's either heat or it's a connection.
huh.
But probably if I had to guess, the camera itself is hot,
Well,
and that's what affecting the coloration.
but then it when I went closer with I don't know, I don't know. I don't know any of that. But it makes sense because it's usually about 90 degrees up here, 85, 87 degrees up here.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah,
only happened this week for the first time in a very long time, actually.
yeah. And has it been warmer in the house? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
the way to test the way to test it is if it happens, actually unplug the remote camera and run
Uh-huh.
off the camera on your laptop. And if the display on your laptop doesn't have the color problem, then it's your USB camera.
It's it's it only happened the one time in the last year, William. So I don't think it's malfunctioning. I think it just happened. And it's happened when I've done just plain backgrounds too. When I'm in the other
Uh,
room and I use just a plain brown wooden background, it's happened on
yeah.
that as well. But I've had the same camera for 3 years. Yeah, I need a new camera. I need a new. I don't have. I need a new light. I need a new ring light. I need a new camera. That's why, if anyone feels like supporting 1111 with Jenna, which many of you watch the show 2 or 3 times a week, think about how much do you go to Starbucks to buy a coffee,
Mm,
or do you go anywhere to buy
no,
coffee? Do you
I don't
go?
go to Starbucks. I go in Santa Cruz. I go to the Verve.
Okay, so how much does a cup of coffee cost?
It's about $4.50,
So
and I
for four
go
dollars and fifty
once.
cents, you buy a cup of coffee. For $11.11 per month, kind of a good deal, right? Don't you think?
Simple math.
$111.11 per month. That's what I'm saying. But if you love
Return
the
on
show,
investment.
share the show because it's a community and it's a way to
Yeah.
make this still. I'm just trying to keep this going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I do. I do need a new camera and I do need a new light because the light's not working. I tried different dongles. I tried the dongles. I plugged it in. I did the whole thing. Didn't work. Anyway, so yes, when the next time we do a fundraiser, I would love for you to make gumbo
Okay.
and then freeze some of it so that I can try it.
Okay.
Please?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Maybe
Yes.
I'll even make you. If I know you're coming in town, I'll make it 3 days before you come in town because in about 2 to 3 days,
And then it's good.
that's when it rocks. I mean, it's good, a few hours, but yeah, give it a couple of days, let the flavors really mix, and it's amazing.
All right. You heard it here first, folks. Thank you so much, Greg.
Thank you, Jenna.
Thank you so much. And I need to do this real quick for you. just as good as Korona. And then I will do this. Thank you very much, Greg. I appreciate you supporting the show.
Oh.
And do you have a letter? I'll sing you a song.
You know, I was thinking about that. How about X?
X. Oh my goodness, X is kind of a challenge here, yes. Oh my goodness, X is a little late at night. Hey, I just got to say, all of you, I'm glad you stayed. And we hung out with Greg Verdict. Oh my goodness, yeah. So stay safe, stay healthy, and be real nice. And come on back here once or twice, 'cause tomorrow morning, Mondo memory, tomorrow night, display and share, and Saturday is Jeff Metzger, and if you dare, come listen to a Gary Lambert talk about his parents from the couch. Oh yes, from his mouth. Oh yes, a Gary Lambert will be here. And Sunday AJ too. And Sunday night, I don't know. How about you? Monday we'll move and meditate. And Tuesday morning, don't be late, because Patty Loman will be here. Yes, she will be here. And I'll be in Telluride Tuesday night. Oh my goodness, out of sight. And after that, it will be so exciting. So from your thoughts, make them X-ray thoughts. From your words, make them xylophone words. From your heart, make them X marks the spot. That's it for tonight, kids. Thank you so much for being here. And
My pleasure.
come back anytime.
Will do. Keep doing what you do.
Thank you. Love hard, everybody. Good night.